So if you're thinking about applying for the American Express Cobalt in Canada, I really want you to watch this video first. Not because the card is complicated, but because the most of people apply for it without actually understanding how American Express look at your profile. And that's where mistakes happen. A simple detail can be the difference between you get approved or getting denied. And even worse, getting approved and then realizing later that you are not using the card the right way. In this video, I will walk you through everything you need to know before you apply for the Amex Cobalt. I will talk about who this card is really for, what American Express care about when review your application, what credit card score and income actually matters in real life, and what you should do if you end up getting denied. This happens sometimes. This is not theory. This is based on how Amex works in Canada today. First, let's clean something up because there is a lot of confusion around American Express cards. The Amex is a credit card and not a charge card. That means you do have a credit limit and you can carry a balance, but carry a balance completely defeats the purpose of the card because credit card interest rates in Canada are extremely high. So the real value of the Cobalt only shows up when you pay the balance in full every single month. The reason the Amex Cobalt is so popular is very simple: everyday spending. You earn 5 points per dollar on groceries, restaurants, and food delivery, which is where most of people already spend a large part of their money. On top of that, you get 3 points on the streaming, 2 points on gas and transit, and 1 point on everything else. When you combine that with the flexibility of Amex points, it's easy to understand why, even in 2026, this card is still considered one of the best credit cards in Canada. Now let's talk about the credit score because this is where most people overthink things. No, you don't need the perfect credit score to get approved to the Amex Cobalt. Also, for sure, you don't need the 800 score. In Canada, many approvals happen with a credit score around 680 or higher, as long as the rest of the credit profile makes sense. So if your score is above 700 and you have a clean history, your chances are very strong. That being said, American Express doesn't look only at the number. They care a lot about your behavior. If you have a missed payments, high utilization, or your cards are consistently maxed out, that's a red flag, even if your score looks decent. American Express prefer people who pay on time, keep their balance low, and don't look desperate for credit. In other words, bottom credit profiles usually wins. And when it comes to income, American Express does not publish a strict minimum income requirement for the Cobalt. They are actually more flexible than most people expect, especially compared to traditional banks in Canada. I've seen students, newcomers, and younger professionals get approved as long as the income is stable and realistic. The most important thing here is honesty, because if the numbers doesn't make sense, that can cause problems later. Most of the Amex Cobalt denials happen for very simple reasons. Applying with very short credit history, applying right after missing a payment, apply when utilization is high, or applying for multiple credit cards in a short period of time. American Express is very sensitive to recent activity, so timing matters a lot, more than people think. One important thing to understand is that American Express rules in Canada are much simpler than in the US. There is no charge card confusion with the Cobalt, and there is no strict 5-card rule. You can hold multiple American Express cards in Canada, but that doesn't mean applying for many cards at once is a good idea. Spacing out applications always improves your approval odds. The Amex Cobalt usually offers a monthly welcome bonus structure, where you earn bonus points every month after hitting a minimum spending. This is actually great for normal spending because you don't need to make one big purchase all at once. However, you should always remember that American Express has a once per card rule for welcome bonus. If you cancel the Cobalt and apply again later, you won't receive the bonus a second time. If you get denied, the worst thing you can do is panic and apply again immediately. American Express will send you a letter explaining why your application was rejected, and that information is extremely valuable. In many cases, simply waiting a few months, loading utilizations, or cleaning up one small issue is enough to get approved later. You can also just call American Express Reconsideration and speak directly with a representative who can review your application. The Amex Cobalt makes the most sense for people who spend regularly on grocery and restaurants, pay their balance in full every month, and want a flexible points that can be used in different ways. If that sounds like you, these cards can be an excellent long-term choice. Before applying, just make sure your credit card reports is clean, your payments are on time, and you are not applying for multiple cards at the same time. If you do that, your chances of approval are very solid. If you're thinking about applying for the American Express Cobalt, just check the link in the description. And if this video helped you, just leave a like. And for more content about credit card, investing, and financial freedom in Canada, subscribe to the channel. And I see you in the next video.